Hi Libra, welcome to the channel. Today we're just getting some tarot messages just to see what you need to know or hear at this current phase in your life. Before we get started, I would just like us to take a deep breath in through the nose, starting now. Pause at the top and exhale through the mouth. Okay, let's do that one more time. In through the nose. Pause at the top and exhale through the mouth. Okay, please note that these are general messages for a collective, so not everything will resonate, but trust that you found this video at the right time and that there is definitely a message somewhere in here for you. Okay, so what's happening for my Libras? What does Libra need to hear right now? Thank you. Okay, something's being paused. Something's being put on hold. I feel like this has to do with the relationship though. I don't know why, I'm just getting that feeling. Wow, 3 of Swords. Something's being paused. Okay. So, clear message for some of you if you're having like problems in your relationship or you're still single, especially for my singles, and you're struggling to get into a relationship or find something like concrete with somebody. I'm just hearing that's because God is, or the universe is waiting. The universe wants you to wait for the right person, because the right person's about to like enter your life, and you're kind of going to understand like why your love life was kind of on pause for so long. This could maybe be with anything else. This could be a case of like some of you guys have had a really, or like have had no kind of communication or relationship with a family member. 3-3 could be a significant number for you. With a family member or a friend or a group of friends or something. There's just some sort of pause, or there's been some sort of blank space in a specific area in your life. And I feel like this has to do with the heart. I feel like this has to do with other people. Okay. And that's just because you've been waiting for the right person, or the timing just wasn't right. If it is like problems you've been having with family members, or just kind of situations where you needed to separate yourself, you needed to like remove yourself from the situation, friend group, whatever it is, and come back more solid and more stable, or wait for the situation itself to ground and become more solid and more stable. Okay, the Emperor is somebody who is sure of himself. He knows what he wants. He is somebody who doesn't deal with like this 5 of Wands energy. It's like bickering, it's like competition, it's just trying to see who will get the prize at the end of the day. Okay, it's childish to a certain degree, and so the Emperor doesn't need that. It's like you kind of needed to separate yourself from any situation, so that you can come back in later after all the shit. Okay, and there was a lot of healing you also needed to do. There was a lot of like self-searching that you needed to do in order to know what you like, what you stand for, what your values are. But now I'm just seeing things kind of coming together, kind of grounding themselves and stabilizing themselves, even if this is with the same people. Okay, even if this isn't a romantic sense and you're finally meeting somebody new, that like fits to your standards, or fits in your story better. Okay, if you've just been struggling to just get on the same level as somebody in your life, close to you, a spouse, a partner, a family member, maybe it was just not the right time. It was just like a moment in time where you guys both, or specifically you, I don't know what the deal is with other people, where specifically you just needed to ground yourself, become a bit more sure of yourself, and almost go through a cycle, okay, an inevitable cycle where I think you're coming out of it now. Okay, does that make sense? This Three of Swords is giving me, it's especially with this Five of Wands, like I've heard a lot of the time that the Three of Swords can be a very dramatic card with a lot of dramatic vibes to it. Okay, so you could have just been dealing with a lot of like, you know, your ego or things that you just wouldn't let go of, and worries and this and that, or, you know, somebody hurt you or somebody said something nasty, and, you know, this could have been a family member or a spouse or even in a relationship, a friend said something nasty, and you were just like, you needed to like step back, you needed to remove yourself from the situation, kind of cool down yourself. Okay, it's like you guys couldn't mend it together. You guys needed to kind of separate just a little bit so that you guys could, you know, mend yourselves, and then in order to come back together, you're both stronger people. Does that make sense? Okay, so what is now currently happening in the relationship, or what is now moving forward in Libra this situation? How does it differ now? What is the situation moving forward in Libra's situation? It's like a moment, it's like a time to reflect that needed to happen. Wow. It's like a time to reflect. I'm just feeling this energy of like standing back and just trying to get clear on what it is that you want, who you want, okay? I think you could have like lost track of what you were wishing for or hoping for or wanted. You know, the Star card in reverse talks about kind of losing hope as well, not really believing in what's coming forward, but also just like losing sight of the night sky, losing sight of that star in the sky that kind of guides you to where you need to be. It's just giving me this feeling of like you guys lost your direction, the point of the relationship. You guys lost direction, and you kind of just needed to step back and allow the skies to clear. It's like I'm seeing a lot of clouds, so it's like it was a lot of clouded judgment, a lot of fogginess happening. It was just like not working at the time. Okay, like you know, it's a case of like needing to forgive the other person, and that would have taken a while. You weren't just gonna forgive this person willy-nilly. Okay, you needed to take some time apart. You just needed to take some time to reflect, to allow yourself to actually forgive them. Okay, and I'm seeing you like eventually do, like you kind of get to a point where you start to like realize what the point was. You know how a star has like so many different points? It's like you're starting to realize what the point was of it all. You're starting to like get clear, and you needed the hurt to go. You needed to allow the pain to settle in order for you to get clear, to get clarity. Because sometimes our emotions can fog our clarity. Okay, and there is a part of like like taking responsibility and accountability for your own life that's coming up here quite a bit. You know, the Five of Wands upright is competition with other people. The Five of Wands upside down is this resistance we have internally with ourselves. It has nothing to do really with other people. It's realizing like through this situation or this interaction with this person that you learned a lot about yourself. And how much you were like keeping yourself tied up. Okay, the Eight of Swords is somebody who feels stuck and trapped, like in a prison of their own mind. Okay, and it's like you needed the situation to happen in order for you to realize this. Like there were illusions at play here. This all feels really divine, and I really like, I hope and I trust that you resonate with this if you know what I'm talking about. Okay, what's really interesting is that we got the Empress in reverse here. Okay, so it's like you just weren't in your element, or somebody just wasn't in their element, and you really needed to step out. You needed to find balance again. You needed to find your structure again. Okay, the divine feminine, you know, its toxic traits as somebody who's very wild and out of control and can't settle and is very unsure of herself and where to go and what to do. And then, you know, that's quite the polar opposite of the Emperor, who is very stable and secure and grounded and knows what to do. You know, it's like your higher self is looking at the situation like, you need to learn some shit now so that you can just calm the fuck down or something. You know what I'm saying? It's like you needed to get real clarity on the situation. You needed to find your groundedness and stability. And I think the universe just used your relationship with this person as a tool, as a vessel to teach you some stuff. I don't know why, but we just don't want that card. Okay, we'll take this one. Bring love into the situation. Yeah, like with the Star card in reverse, it's giving me like you forgot what your relationship was about. You forgot what you wanted out of this relationship, or what you wanted in general, which is love, which is, you know, you're not trying to fight with this person. You're trying to bring love into the situation. You're trying to move from a place of love, and you can only do that if you're moving within yourself from a place of love. You're not trying to go against yourself here. If you're battling with yourself, you're gonna battle with other people. Okay, don't be scared. Sometimes these situations happen. Sometimes we need to just have a moment. Yeah, the Tower coming out. Sometimes we just need things to kind of come crashing down around us in order for us to just realize the part of ourselves that need changing so that we can actually move forward. Otherwise, we're just resisting. It's like the universe used this person or the situation, specifically with this person, as a tool to change you. Okay? You could have been scared of healing. You could have been scared of a wound. Yeah, this card really wanted to come out. Okay, we've got the Six of Wands, fame and recognition. You know, you're finally going to be able to come forward, see this person again, and also just recognize yourself. You're finally going to be able to step out of your shell, step out of this like period that you were in, and step into a more, it's just like a better, stronger, bolder position, more powerful position where you can finally connect to more people now. You're that kind of person now that people want to be around. Straight up. It's like in the beginning you were struggling because you just weren't stable. You didn't have your shit together. And you needed to have a fallout with some people or a person in order for you to learn. Like the word humble keeps coming up for me. In order to almost like humble yourself down in a way, to like come down a bit to earth, but in order to become powerful, real power, to step into true power, outside of a place of hurt and shame and like wounds, celebrate. So I see you and this person finally coming together, celebrating, hanging out, just being like, oh wow, like that happened. You know, this is a really interesting reading, and I would love to hear more in the comments down below. Please feel free to share your story. I would love to know what happened or how this kind of fit into your story, okay? But definitely like this video if you enjoyed it. Leave that comment down below and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, my information will be in the description box below, okay? Thank you so much for tapping into this message with me. I really appreciate it. I love being here. I love what I do. And yeah, stay blessed, stay well, stay healthy. I will check you guys in the next reading. Bye.